one last shameless plug for the men's camp out. Anybody that has told me they want to come, you want to come, by all means let me know. Those that have already signed up, if you want to, you want to give me your money tonight or Sunday, fabulous. I've got to buy supplies next week. So, I've known for about a month now what I was going to do, or that I was going to be up here tonight. No clue what I was going to bring as far as a lesson until about 4 days ago. And we've all heard of the foot and mouth disease. I suffer from it. We all do at some point. I suffer from it on a daily basis. I come from a long lineage of Hollingsworth men that have the foot and mouth disease. Bethany and Vanessa and Chris can justify it. It's just kind of built into the DNA. So that's kind of what I want to hit on tonight a little bit. You know, think about what you're going to say before you say it. Be a lot more careful about judging one another. Kind of look at yourself before you start going down to berate other people. And we all do it, you know. We judge others by the way they talk, the way they dress, how they look, the way they speak. There's 1,000 different ways that we do that. And we do it on a daily basis. But what I hope we can strive to do, it's a new phrase that I learned from Craig Allison just in the last few days. So if we can all go from judging one another, whether it's people inside or outside of the church, and try to have more, and I quote, super hot star glitter running for your veins. If you haven't seen that, you need to look at his Facebook. So, with that being said, and once I run through a couple of verses here, I've got a short story that we're going to read to you. But first, let's take a peek. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verses 24 and 26. 2 Timothy chapter 2, 24 through 26. And a servant of the Lord must not quarrel or fight. I'm not sure what everybody's translation may have. Mine says quarrel. And it's basically, it's don't fight with your words. Must not quarrel, but be gentle to all, able to teach, patient, in humility, correcting those who are in opposition. If God perhaps will grant them repentance, so they may know the truth, and that they may come to their senses and escape the snare of the devil, having been taken captive by him to do his will. Basically, you know, if you're going to correct somebody, do it in brotherly love. Don't do it to beat them down. Basically, we want to try to build everybody up. We're not doing it to judge. You know, if you're going to confront somebody, do it brotherly love to let them know, hey, you may have stepped out of line, you may have done this or said that. But let's do it to build them up. Next verse I want to look at, 1 Peter chapter 4, verses 8 and 9. This one I think most people have heard at some point in time, multiple times throughout their life. 1 Peter 4, verses 8 and 9. And above all things, have perfect love for one another, for love will overcome a multitude of sins. Be hospitable to one another without grumbling. Don't talk under your breath. Don't talk behind their back. Be honest and true to everybody. That's what we strive to do. That's what we need to do more of. I'm not saying that we here at Central do it, but you know just as well as I do, watching the news, watching social media, it happens. Every day, 24/7, 365. We constantly berate everybody. We beat everybody down. We judge them, like I said earlier, we look, talk, whatever. And I think we really need to kind of take a step back and look at one another, look at yourself, and let's try to figure this out. Last one, Ephesians 4 and 32. And this is not by any means an inspirational devo. I just want you to, if I can get y'all to think about something, to sit back and think about what you're going to do or say. But again, it's Ephesians 4, verse 32. And be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as God in Christ forgave you. Again, let's not judge. We can get that out of our system and out of this world. Things like in New York that happened yesterday, things that happened here in Chattanooga back in July a couple of years ago, they may not happen. Let's see if this will work. Aha. I found this, I thought it was pretty good. Never mock a pain you have never endured, or judge a situation you have never been in. If you've not been in that same situation, you don't know what somebody else is going through, don't judge them. Help them out of that situation. Give them some godly advice. Be a true Christian to that person. All right. A couple of guys up here on the screen you may recognize. One on the far left is our own very Chris Miller. The one on the far right is our very own David Shaw. The reason I've got the picture up there is a story I'm going to read. The story is called The Soldier. Some of y'all may have heard it before, some may have not. While I read this, I want y'all to take a moment, clear your head. I want you to close your eyes. And if you can, even to a small degree, put yourself in Chris Miller and David Shawnoff's shoes back there in this time when they were serving our country. Just think about everything they went through, they seen, the nervousness, the anxiousness, the joy that they all experienced at the same time when they knew they were coming home. You know, what kind of reaction were they going to get from family and friends when they get back to the States? How are they going to adjust from military life to civilian life? It's tough. I've never done it. I've heard people talk about it. And it's a huge transition. It's tough to make. And that's kind of one point this story kind of brings about. So anyways, like I said, the story is called The Soldier. So if you'll clear your head, close your eyes for a moment, and listen to the words as I read. A soldier was finally coming home after fought in the war. My examples here are going to be the Iraqi War and Vietnam. He called his parents from Los Angeles. Mom and Dad, I'm finally coming home, but I've got a favor to ask. I have a friend I'd like to bring home with me. Sure, they replied. We would love to meet him. The son added, there's something you should know. And he continued. He was hurt pretty badly in the fighting. He stepped on a landmine and lost an arm and a leg. He has nowhere else to go, and I want him to come home and live with us. I'm sorry to hear that, son. Maybe we can help him find somewhere to live, the parents replied. No, Mom and Dad, I want him to live with us, the son stated. Son, said the father, you don't know what you're asking. Someone with such a huge handicap would be a terrible burden on us. We have our own lives to live, and we can't let something like this interfere with our lives. I think you should just come home and forget about this guy. He'll find a way to take care of himself on his own. At that point, the son hung up the phone. The parents heard nothing else from him. A few days later, however, they received a phone call from the Los Angeles Police Department. Their son had died after falling from a building. They were told that the police thought it was a suicide. The grief-stricken parents flew to Los Angeles and were taken to the city morgue to identify the body. When they got there, They recognized him. But to their horror, they discovered something they didn't know about their son. Their son only had one arm and one leg. How does that hit your heart? It's pretty tough. People experience that every day. We ourselves, me included, may be that very person that's looking for help from their mom and dad, or be in the parent's shoes and judging that person. It may be your own son, daughter, aunt, uncle, cousin, nephew. So think about that. That concludes what I have. If anybody has needs for the prayers of the church, or if somebody's not a Christian and wants to come forward to be baptized tonight, please do so as we come forward as we stand and sing.